Well, shifting gears now, the global economic outlook faces a whole lot of risks, from Britain's planned exit from the European Union to the change of guard stateside. The search for safe havens is likely to get very intense, and one young country is wasting no time in positioning itself as the place to invest. Israel is hosting a symposium in Singapore tomorrow to highlight investment opportunities in the country. And for more on this, Amit Lang joins us live now from our Marina Bay studio. He's the Director General at Israel's Ministry for Economy and Industry. Amit, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Singapore and Israel, they have strong trade ties, more than $1 billion last year. There's also strong foreign direct investment going in both directions. What sort of opportunities do you see going forward? Where do you think these numbers are going to go for Singapore and Israel?
Well, as you mentioned, Israel and Singapore enjoy a very strong trade relations, and even more than trade, for many, many years. Well, because the global markets are going and leaning much more on technology, we think that there's a lot of potential to be achieved between the two countries. There's a lot of a similarity between the countries, being a small countries with a small population, but very based on knowledge and technology. And we are operating together with the Singaporean government all kinds of platforms of cooperation, helping our two ecosystems to grow. This event tomorrow is a demonstration for the power of the relations between our countries and between our two innovation ecosystem. And the goal is to try and connect more Singaporean companies together with Israeli startups and companies, and to increase dramatically the investments in Israel and also in Singapore in the next years.
All right. Well, that being said, I mean, on the World Bank's ease of doing business scale, Israel is ranked 53 this year out of nearly 190 countries. But when it comes to things like registering property or taxes, Israel is actually in the lower half of that index. This makes it can make it very difficult for businesses to set up shop. What is being done in Israel to make it more business friendly?
Well, in the new budget and the fiscal plan for 2017, there's a lot of dealing with these aspects and try to lower dramatically the bureaucracy and the regulation regarding doing business in Israel. It goes from the planning issues and permits through registrations of properties, even lowering dramatically the taxes for the high-tech companies, and so on and so on.
You know, it's hard to talk about investing in Israel without at least addressing some of the political tensions. There's been calls for and warnings of sanctions against Israel over Gaza. There's also been threats of worldwide boycotts. This isn't exactly reassuring information when it comes to investing. What sort of assurances can you give to investors that if these threats do happen to become reality, that their investments aren't going to be impacted?
Well, those threats are really more than, actually it's a lot of talking. Nothing is really impact the business scene. In the end of the day, the technology business and the innovation business are world known to be only second to the Silicon Valley, and we don't feel any impact of the boycotts. It's really in the papers and in the media, and it's not really in the business. In the end of the day, you can look at big plants and manufacturing plants of HP and Intel that are operating their most high-end technologies for smart manufacturing and R&D being done in Israel and not being affected from any boycotts, threats and things like that. Moreover, you can see even in the banking scene, Barclays and Citibank are operating the most high-end R&D center in Israel, and not to mention 270 R&D center of the biggest multinational companies that are operating in Israel and are having a very satisfaction survey that we are doing.
All right, thank you so much. We're going to have to leave it there for now. Amit Long, Director General at Israel's Ministry for Economy and Industry. All right, that's going to do it for your business update.